Hi, I'm Vinnie Brown, a realtor with Coldwell Banker, and I'm here today with Lori Roberts from Guaranteed Rate Affinity. Thank you for being here. Today we're going to talk about life events, a divorce, a bankruptcy, health issues, and how it affects your credit and how to kind of come back from that. So thank you so much for being here. So I always have clients asking about buying a house after a divorce. So talk us through that.
First thing I would say is when something like that is going on, to talk to you, reach out to me so that we can make a plan ahead of time. I think it's really important when you are getting a divorce, let's start with that, is if you have joint credit, to figure out before you finalize everything who's taking care of what, and that it's in writing. If there are joint accounts that can be closed or paid off, it would be a great idea, because you can, even if you're not the one required to make those payments and that other person isn't paying, it can have a many-year issues on your credit. So get that straightened out. Also, if it's in writing, then we can refer back as a lender. We can refer back to that written, recorded decree of who was responsible, so that we don't have to count that debt against you. The other piece is income. Where do we get the income to qualify you when you've recently gone through a divorce?
Okay.
And alimony and child support can be used. It just has to be ongoing for at least 3 years for us to use it. And if you're recently divorced, we want to see, for one loan, we need to see at least 3 months of receipt. And for a conventional type of loan, it's going to be 6 months of receipt.
Now, on the opposite side of that, your alimony and child support is a debt to you as well, correct?
It absolutely is.
Okay. So they have to take that into consideration in your debt ratio?
Yes.
But basically, you're saying just get everything in writing. Make sure that you have it in the divorce decree, who is responsible for what, and then...
Yeah, and just kind of make sure you're protecting yourself.
Okay, so now...
Ideally, you separate that credit.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about bankruptcy. People are always afraid they can't come back from it, but they can.
They can. I mean, life happens to all of us. And just like credit, as we talked about credit, it's about reestablishing your credit risk and having some new credit after it happens, and just rebuilding from there. And that the lender can look at it, and as soon as 2 years afterwards, you could purchase a home.
So it's 2 years. It used to, we always heard it was 7 years. You have to rent for 7 years, but it's 2 years.
2 years, and you're able to do an FHA loan. Life happens to people, for multiple reasons, and you can build forward from that. Health has come into a big issue and can create bankruptcies.
Yeah.
So again, just rebuilding that credit history and showing that you're a good risk, that things have happened, but things, you're moving forward.
What about medical bills? Does that count against you as well? Is it a percentage or?
Well, yes, it is. As long as it's under $2,000, we're not going to have to count it. Okay. If you're in a repayment of it, we would use that repayment amount to qualify you for the loan.
Thank you. As always, great information. If you have any further questions for Lori or I, our information is on the screen.